welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to use our intuition to identify people that are harmful to us. This video was a request from my subscribers that wanted to learn more about how we can check in with our physical bodies when we're around people that might not be quite right. So that's going to be today's topic. But before I get into that, I want to quickly take this moment to introduce myself in case you're new to the channel. My name is Jenna Schaefer. I'm a psychotherapist. I specialize in areas of relationship trauma, narcissistic and emotional abuse, and codependency. I'd like to welcome you to the channel. If this kind of sounds like your vibe, something that you're interested in, I do encourage you to hit the subscribe button. I do release weekly content on those topics, and I would love to invite you to join this community. And also, if this video resonates with you or is helpful for you, please give it a thumbs up at the end. That really helps spread this video out to other people in the YouTube community that could benefit from it. So first off, what is your intuition? Your intuition is going to also be referred to as like a gut feeling, a sixth sense, or even spidey senses after popular comic book hero Spider-Man, is our body's way of sending us signals about what's going on around us. A lot of times our bodies will use these signals to notify us if something isn't quite right. There's a lot of research that shows that with our gut feelings or our intuition is actually very much guided kind of by our automatic nervous system. So our nervous system sends us cues that something could be off, right? So this can also be true with people. This can also be done subconsciously. So sometimes when we're around people that we are picking up our radar subconsciously, just something isn't sitting right with this person, our body can send us some physical signs that something isn't right. But this can be difficult because sometimes our emotional mind will mess with this process and will ignore those physical symptoms that we're getting from our nervous system. So how can we tap into our body to identify these physical symptoms and allow it to help guide us in our decision making when it comes to being around other people, or when we are thinking that we want to bring people close to us? So the first thing we really want to do is we want to identify what our physical symptoms are. They can be different for everybody. Everyone kind of has their own experience when it comes to feeling their intuition or their gut feelings. Sometimes people will describe this as kind of like an actual gut feeling where they'll kind of feel, kind of like a drop in their stomach or just kind of a nagging feeling kind of in the stomach region. And there's actually a lot of research to support that that's kind of actually what's happening. We have a lot of nerves in our stomach, and we're kind of seeing our stomach these days as kind of like a second brain. So gut feeling has a lot of relevance with that. Sometimes our heart will flutter, or our heart will beat faster maybe around certain people. Sometimes we'll feel tension in our muscles, right? Tension in the shoulders. Maybe we'll feel the hair standing up on the back of our neck when we're around someone that our body is trying to tell us like we're uncomfortable. Whatever it looks like for you, it's good to identify what those physical sensations are for you so you can identify when it comes up when you're around people. A good exercise that we can practice to kind of help identify how our intuition shows up in our physical bodies is to maybe think about a time when you just did not like somebody. You're around somebody and just something about them, couldn't maybe quite put your finger on it cognitively, but something about them wasn't right. How did that feel in your body? If you can't recall an experience where this has happened with another person, think about a time maybe that you were in a situation that didn't feel right, like a dark alley at night or a dark parking garage, somewhere that it just didn't feel quite right to be there, that there could have been the presence of danger. After you identify what those physical signals look like, write them down somewhere so you become more aware of them, right? So we want to build a lot of self-awareness around what this looks like physically for us. After we build awareness of what these physical sensations are, what our experiences are, we want to notice who they're coming up around, okay? Are there people in your life that every single time you're around them or interact with them, you're feeling that churning of the stomach, that drop, right? That heart drop feeling, the hair on the back of your neck tensing up? Is that consistently happening around anybody in your life? Can also be helpful when like going out on a date, right? Are we having those physical symptoms in the presence of this person that we're seeing, right? That can be messages that our body is sending us that there is something off about this person. This person has the potential for danger, this person is unsafe, and we might need to step away. After we identify what our physical sensations are, and after we identify the people that they're happening around quite a bit, then we can start to kind of bring our thoughts into it, our cognition. What's going on here? Why Is it that every single time I'm around this person, let's just say maybe they're a coworker, every time I'm in the presence of this particular coworker, my heart is beating a million miles an hour, my stomach is churning, the hair is standing up on the back of my neck. What is it that's going on here? Is it the way that they're speaking to you? Is it the way that you are noticing how they treat other people? Because if someone is coming up to you that is always talking negatively about others, is there something particular about their presence or the way that they carry themselves that could explain why you're getting these danger signals? This can kind of help us identify red flags about this person, actual concrete things that's happening that's describing why we're having this experience in our bodies when we're around them. And then if we can identify those things, we can also write those things down too. So we can become more aware of kind of who this person is as a whole and why we're reacting to this person. It's helpful to write it down because our emotion minds can send us different messages than we're getting from our intuition, right? If we really, really want to find a partner and we're out on a date with somebody and our intuition's telling us this person, there's something about this person that isn't quite right. You know, even if we can't really fully even label it at that moment because this person's still kind of a stranger, right? But we, at the same time that we really, really, really want this to work, we think that we like this person. And this can happen a lot with narcissists, that are saying and appear to be doing all of the right things at the beginning, kind of when we're in those love bombing stages of the relationship, right? Like, I can't quite, put my finger on why my intuition's telling me that this person isn't good for me. Our emotions can be tricky, right? Our emotions can counter the evidence sometimes that we're feeling physically. So we really want to be aware of that, right? Trusting our intuition, trusting our gut is trusting what our body is telling us. Our body is sending us a message before we're able to really cognitively catch up, right? That something about this situation is off. Something about this situation has the potential for danger. Sometimes with narcissists too, we might not get that physical reaction right away. That does happen sometimes, right? Where, we're not picking up any danger signals from this person initially, right? But over the course of time spent with the narcissist, typically those will come out eventually, usually maybe when kind of some of that facade starts to drop, kind of getting out of those love bombing phases, and they start employing more kind of abusive tactics, kind of pushing their limits and their boundaries, right? To kind of catch that this is kind of starting to go into a cycle early on, right? Those physical sensations, okay, this doesn't feel right, this isn't making sense with my initial experience with this person that's coming up now. That's still valid. We still want to listen to that. Okay? Like an example of this could maybe be a lot of narcissists will kind of push their boundaries of what they think they can get away with you. They'll start maybe making jokes that are supposed to be funny, but kind of deep down it hurts. You want to listen to the part deep down that hurts. Don't try to reason that away using logic or using your brain or emotions, right? Listen to the part that hurts. Something about that joke set your body off. It did not sit well with your insides. Emotions and reasoning can stand in the way of this, right? I think that is probably the hardest part to do away with, right? To really just listen to what our body is telling us. But once we are able to listen to our body and what it's telling us, it really can be a superpower to stay away and avoid toxic and harmful people. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave comments below. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you get notified when I release new content. Give this video a thumbs up if it resonated with you, and I will see you in the next one.